Ladies, we're here tonight on this. Yo, how's everybody doing tonight, ladies and gentlemen? We got some wrestling talk here tonight on a Tuesday. Let's fucking go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, man. We got Kenny Omega contract set to expire sometime in the next few months. They're saying at the end of January, beginning of February. Dave Meltzer's reporting. So they're wondering. I believe right now he's doing the best out of 7 series with that triangle for the trio championships, and that series is actually scheduled to end in around that time, the end of January. So a lot of people are starting to wonder: is that triangle going to win this, and then that's going to sign off Kenny Omega? But he is advertised for a March show for AEW, so maybe he resigned. They don't know yet. But apparently, Kenny Omega, as of right now, for what people are reporting, is he has not signed a contract extension, so his contract is to expire within the next month. I'm assuming he's going to stay with AEW. There's a possibility he already re-signed a contract extension, but it has not been made public to anybody. So as of right now, Kenny Omega, I believe he will stay in AEW, but according to reports, his contract is set to expire sometime in the next month. So something to keep an eye on for Mr. Kenny Omega with AEW. Of course, he's a little bit maybe pissed off at the fact he got suspended for those 2 months after the whole fight with CM Punk. Could that affect the negotiations? We'll see. I'm assuming he's staying, but we'll see. So WWE last night on Raw had a intergender match, which is a man versus a woman. It was Akira Tozawa versus Rhea Ripley, and you see a lot of these matches like in the indies, in the smaller companies. But WWE doesn't really do this because of the domestic violence, right? And obviously, I think they get sponsored by, or they're partnered up with some domestic violence foundation. So obviously, Akira Tozawa didn't never really get any offense in. Anytime he would get any offenses, he would like miss or something, or he moved out of the way, and Rhea Ripley ran into the steel post. So he really never had her. So they did a good job of not doing the match, but not creating any controversy. Whatever Akira Tozawa was hitting Rhea Ripley. So I think it was well done. But yeah, I mean, these matches they legit go at it when they have them in other companies. But WWE with their sponsors, they just can't do it, man. Even I don't know how USA Network will feel about it. That's another thing. So they got the most out of it, I guess. And next, they're saying that Gunther is set to break Shinsuke Nakamura's Intercontinental Championship reign. And they're saying he could possibly break the Honky Kong Con Man's record, which is the longest reign for an Intercontinental Champion. I believe it's like over 400 days. I believe the champion is what? It's June? Yeah, so let's see here. That's about what, 60 days? So he's, I beg your pardon, pendejo face for me. So let's see here. There's 30 days, so July 30, August 30, September 30, October 30, November 30, December, assuming he stays. So that's so 6 times 30. So 6 times 1 is 30, 6 times 2 is 60, 6 times 3 is 90, 6 times 4 is 120, 6 times 5 is 150. So about 180 days he's been champion. So he's still got a ways to go if he wants to break the Honky Kong Man record of 400 days. But we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens there, Mr. Gunther, man. All right, man. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about WWE Monday Night Raw. Let's see here, Monday Night Raw. Raw recap here tonight on a freaking Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. What the fuck is happening? Right? I'm a professional. I'm trying not to curse anymore. I'm trying to be more classy on my videos, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. So Monday Night Raw recap. Monday Night Raw. Let's see here. Monday Night Raw from Des Moines, Iowa. What a packed show this was, ladies and gentlemen. Man, I don't know, Triple H reacting to the last week getting timed the lowest record in history with 1.4 million. Let's see, like, this was a great show, man. It starts off with Paul Heyman doing a promo, and then even Roman Reigns showed up. I don't know. I'm going to guess this was filmed on Friday Night SmackDown, and they put it on tonight because Roman Reigns never showed up in the out in the ring or in the stage. This was just a backstage. But yeah, man, pretty much saying that Kevin Owens is going to need more help than John Cena, and he's going to need the entire Raw roster to help him beat Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn. So then he just pretty much they end up taking their frustrations on the entire Raw roster the whole night. I guess Roman Reigns was really pissed off, man. We go backstage and right away they're beating up on Mustafa Ali, and yeah, they just beat the hell out of everybody, ladies and gentlemen. And then we get the first match of the night, man. It was the Street Profits, were Akira Tozawa versus the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, Damian Priest. And then you had so it was a nice little tag team match. You had Dominic wearing the sunglasses, man. Nice little touch, so people remember. Oh yeah, that's right. What happened last week with the Mist? The nice little touch, man. At the end there, man. Freaking the Street Profits win the match. Akira Tozawa ends up throwing. I guess it was Mist. He had on the water cup. He throws it back at Dominic. He once again freaking messes up his eyes. And then that's how they distract them. The Street Profits end up winning, man. Montez Ford, fruit roll-ups, Balor for the win. And then Rhea Ripley's all pissed off at Akira Tozawa for throwing the Mist at Dominic. So she challenges Dominic to a match. Excuse me. She challenges Akira Tozawa to a match. And they end up having a match, like I said, very limited. I don't think Akira Tozawa never laid a punch or a kick on Rhea Ripley. I think the biggest thing was at one point Rhea Ripley was gonna hit a splash in Akira Tozawa, and Akira Tozawa moved out of the way. Rhea Ripley had the steel post. She fell, and then Akira Tozawa went to the top rope, did like a splash, and at the last moment, Rhea Ripley moved out of the way, and she had her finisher Riptide, and that's how she won, man. Yeah, they did whatever they could with this match. You know, obviously, like I said in the beginning, with the sponsorship and the partners, the TV partners, it would have been very controversial for Akira Tozawa to really start beating up Rhea Ripley. But whatever, Rhea Ripley wins. And then we get Adam Pearce backstage. It looks like he a lot of people are wondering who was he on the phone with, Paul Heyman or Triple H. He kept saying Paul. I mean, I think it was Paul Heyman. Some people, JD and NY thought it was Triple H, but no, I think it was Paul Heyman because he was pissed off at the Usos and Solo Sikoa and Sami Zayn for beating up those first two guys in the beginning of the show, and then in the middle of the show again. In the middle of the Judgment Day Street Profits fight, they were beating up at somebody else. So he was trying to get a Paul Heyman. Some people thought it was Triple H because Triple H, real name in real life is Paul Levesque. But no, man, it was he was actually trying to get a hold of Paul Heyman. I don't know why JD and NY thought it was Triple H. So yeah, he can't get him on the phone, and then Kathy Lee asked him what's Bobby Lashley's situation, and he said, like, I met with Bobby Lashley privately at WWE headquarters this week, and it's just a matter of when, not if, Bobby Lashley comes back to WWE. And then MVP comes up, and he's like, can we talk about Bobby Lashley's future? Can I have a moment with you? So a lot of people are thinking, are they going to put maybe not only MVP and Bobby Lashley together, but maybe the entire Hurt Business, right? With Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. We'll see, man. And then we get the original club. And again, more as the original club is on their way to the ring. We get more freaking more situations backstage to Dolph Ziggler and Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. They all getting beaten down once again by the Bloodline. Jesus Christ. And see, that's a little chicken nugget right there, right? It looked like Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin were together and they got beat up by the Bloodline. So maybe they are going to put them back together, the Hurt Business. And then we get freaking the OC man, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows with AJ Styles versus the Alpha Academy, Chad Gable and Otis. Nice little fun match here. At the end there, man, the OC wins. The Good Brothers hit the Magic Killer for the win. And then after the match, man, the OC, the Bloodline comes out and they just start beating up on Anderson and on all three of them, man. Gallows, AJ Styles, they beat the hell out of all of them. The security comes out with Adam Pearce. They try to separate them, you know. And then I think the Usos did they do a promo and pretty much, you know, saying this is our fucking company. We run it. Our family runs the company. And then, you know, as finally they're leaving the damn ring, AJ Styles starts attacking Sami Zayn, which sets up a match with Sami Zayn and AJ Styles later on the match. Really good stuff right here, man. Really, this show was dominated by the Bloodline, man. It really was. And then we get freaking Byron Saxton backstage with Alexa Bliss and Bianca Belair. They get an interview. Everybody, you know, both, you know, Bianca Belair and Byron Saxton want to know why last week she teased that she was going to hit the Sister Abigail on Bianca Belair, and she's like, I don't know what's happening to me. You know, I was kidnapped by Bray Wyatt, and then he just left me, and I felt abandoned for like about a year. I didn't know who I was as a person, but now, you know, I'm starting to finally get a hold of myself. You know, the last few months have helped me with being friends with Bianca Belair and Asuka. But then as the interview ends, the freaking Bray Wyatt logo appears on the screen, and she freaking grabs, there was a freaking flowers like on a base, and she fucking grabs it and out of nowhere just throws it at Bianca Belair. Jesus Christ, man. So my guess is the same thing as Bray Wyatt. She gets controlled by Uncle Howdy. So it looks like Uncle Howdy's pulling the strings on everything. So, I think now we for sure know it's probably Uncle Howdy, the one that does that. All right, but anyways, they might put the title on her. We'll see, man. We'll see what happens, man. And then we get the freaking Dexter Lumis versus Miz Money in the Bank briefcase match. So double or nothing. You either get the 2 bags of money or you get nothing. Good match, I guess. Johnny Gargano was ringside. He eventually gets taken out by The Miz. You know, they're really making Dexter Lumis look like a fucking monster. He freaking hit him with he hits him, and then he puts a pile of chairs and ladders on top of him. And then, you know, he gets distracted by Johnny Gargano, and then he starts beating up Johnny Gargano for like a minute. And then he comes back, and Dexter Lumis is back up. And then later on the match, too, Dexter Lumis goes, he puts The Miz on the announce table. Dexter Lumis goes up on the ladder, and he hits a leg drop, but he misses. So The Miz moves out of the way. So Dexter Lumis crashes and burned. And literally right away, too, like a minute later, he's back up from going to the table. So Dexter Lumis, they're trying to make him look like a monster. And then at the end, man, he's about to win the match, Dexter Lumis, and freaking Bronson Reed comes out of nowhere, man. What a fat ass this guy is. He comes out and he pretty much starts beating up Dexter Lumis. He hits a freaking splash from the freaking top rope, and that pretty much takes out Dexter Lumis. Bronson Reed helps The Miz get up. He helps him climb the ladder, and The Miz wins the match. So is this going to continue now with Bronson Reed in the fold now? Jesus Christ. Man, now they're going to do a tag team match. Johnny Gargano and Dexter Lumis versus The Miz and Bronson Reed. Jesus Christ. I think the feud will continue. Oh, my Lord. Let's see here. Then we get AJ Styles with Sami Zayn. This was a good match, man. Good ass match, man. At the end, man, freaking Solo Sikoa interferes. He hits Sami Zayn with the Samoa Spike, and then Sami Zayn puts him back in the ring, hits him with the Blue Thunder Bomb, and Sami Zayn wins the match. Nice little win for Sami Zayn here, man. With AJ Styles, man. But they got to make him look strong for his match with Roman Reigns in a tag team match versus Kevin Owens and John Cena in a few weeks, I guess. Adam Pearce comes out and he's pissed off. Solo Sikoa interfered. He kicks him out of the arena with the security. And then we get freaking Seth Rollins out in the ring. Obviously, his hometown of Iowa, so he's getting a bunch of cheers. He gets interrupted right away by freaking Austin Theory, man. And they just pretty much go at each other, man. Austin Theory ends up calling him, "You're the third. Out of the three members of the Shield, you're the third one. Like you're the worst out of the three." At least in 22, it's kind of like the case, right? With obviously Roman Reigns being Universal Champion, Jon Moxley being AEW Champion. But yeah, man, they just go at it, man. And Rollins is like, dude, if you're really about shit, man, like he's like, you've been to the mountaintop, you peak, it's over for you. I'm going all the way to the top. I'm not peaking anytime soon. And then Rollins goes, he's like, okay, dude, if you really feel like this, you feel like you're going all the way to the top of the mountain and staying there, let's put your money where your mouth is, and let's have this match right now for the United States Champion. And if they're really about to go at it, the Usos show up through the damn crowd, and Rollins is like, yo, we got company, and let's settle this in a different moment. And Rollins seems to like he's 100% willing to work with Austin Theory here to take down the Usos. And right away, obviously, Austin Theory chickens out, and he leaves Rollins out there by himself. Rollins starts getting beat up by the Usos, and then freaking Kevin, which I don't know where the hell Kevin Owens showed up until now, when the whole reason they're beating up the entire locker room is because they're pissed off that Kevin Owens picked John Cena as his partner. You would think Kevin Owens would show up right away, maybe with a chair, and look for the Usos. Like, okay, you guys are gonna beat up everybody. Come with me, and that would have been maybe good for Kevin Owens to hold, like maybe after the second attack, after they attack maybe, I don't know, Dolph Ziggler and Shelton Benjamin and Cinder Alexander, to maybe we be shown around the backstage with like a weapon, like a chair, or maybe like a pipe, or like a candlestick, looking for Bloodline. You want to fight? You want to take your frustrations on everybody? Take your frustrations out on me. I don't know. It was kind of funny to me. He finally showed up at the end, and he helps Rollins beat the hell out of the Usos, and then they challenge them to a tag team match. So Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins versus the Usos set up to be the main event of the show. But pretty good stuff here, man. And then we get Becky Lynch versus Bayley. Jesus Christ, what a fucking packed show, man. Jesus Christ. Oh my, another great match, man. Becky Lynch was pretty good in this match, man. At the end there, man, freaking Bayley won it, man. I think he she got hit with the freaking monitor, and then Bayley hit what's her finisher, Rose Plant, and she won the match. So yeah, and then Bayley wins here. I guess they're trying to. I mean, Bayley at this point, I mean, she's kind of like, right? She lost all those matches with Bianca Belair, so they're trying to keep her like I guess above average, I guess. But anybody could have won this match between these two. But Bayley wins it, man. Nice little match, man. And then we get the freaking let's see here. We get the tag team match, the Usos versus Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens. Good match, man. Obviously, man, in the middle of the match, Solo Sikoa shows up. But if he shows up, man, he gets intercepted by Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. They start beating the hell out of them. Then freaking they take out Solo Sikoa. And then Rollins hits a curse stomp on Jey Uso, and he takes him out back in the floor at ringside. And then as he does that, Austin Theory appears and he hits Seth Rollins in the back of the head with the United States Championship. That takes him out. So it pretty much just leaves Jimmy Uso and Kevin Owens in the ring. Obviously, we know who's going to win that. Kevin Owens eventually hits a pop-up powerbomb, and he pinched Jimmy Uso for the win. After the match, and I was wondering where's Sami Zayn. So also Cola's up there. Where's Sami Zayn? Sami Zayn shows up at the end of the match. He has a stare down with Kevin Owens, and then Kevin Owens seems like he's ready to fight, and Sami Zayn just leaves the ring. And that's pretty much the end of the show, man. That was pretty much the end of the show. Great show. Still, that's right. The interesting part, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens have not touched each other ever since Survivor Series. They have not touched each other at all. They have had some face-off, but no, they have not touched each other. So that's something to keep an eye on, man. But it looks like WWE is going to take a break for like at least the next 10 days. It looks like this was the final live show filmed for 2023. Friday's SmackDown was already filmed last Friday, so this will be a pre-taped SmackDown this Friday. And then it looks like they're not going to have Raw next week. They're just going to have, I think, Corey Graves and Kevin Patrick just do a recap of the entire year. And then our next live legit show will be December 30th, SmackDown, which is the show they're advertising Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens and John Cena. But yeah, it looks like Triple H is going to give them the next 10 days off. Usually WWE has not, but they usually do put on a show on New Year's Day. Usually they or New Year's week. But it looks like, for what I'm seeing, the way they were promoting next week's show, it seems like it's just going to be maybe just like I said, Kevin Patrick and Corey Graves. And this is probably going to be retaped too, right? They're probably going to tape this throughout maybe someday on the week. They might not even be at Raw. They might just be at frickin' WWE headquarters, Stamford, Connecticut, for all I know. But yeah, man, so it looks like Raw next week it's just going to be a recap of the whole year. And SmackDown, who knows how good it will be. It's just going to be like a very Christmas-themed SmackDown. It's just going to air 2 days right before Christmas on December 23. So this was really WWE's possibly last legit show of the year. And they went out with a banger. What a show this was, man. Everything was so good on this show, man. I don't know Triple H reacting over the fact that we got 1.4 million last week, which is tied for the worst of in history. The previous week, they got a freaking out of the 10 years they've done the 3-hour format. It was the third hour got the lowest views in history. So the last two shows have been put. Although I thought last week was good, I just think what happened last week was that because previously the shows have been so bad, people didn't even care to tune in for last week's show. But I didn't think last week was that bad at all. But now you put two shows. This show was way better than last week's. But now a very, good show, good average show last week, great show this week. Can maybe get the ratings back up. We'll see, man. And they're already advertising hella matches for the first Raw, which I think it's the 2nd or the 3rd of January. So let's see, man. Go finishing with a banger. And let's see, man. Let's see what happens, man. But great show, man. It looks like they're advertising both. They're not going to wait for Royal Rumble. They're going to have both the Seth Rollins Austin Theory United States Championship and the freaking Bianca Belair Alexa Bliss match for both the United States and the Women's Champion on that first Raw of 2023. So that's what I thought. I had a feeling maybe they were going to eventually do like a kind of like a big like. Kind of like a pay-per-view-ish show because of all the time they have until Royal Rumble. But now, maybe are you just going to do rematches then for Royal Rumble? Who knows, man? What do you do? But I thought for sure those two matches, Rollins and Austin Theory and Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss were going to be a Royal Rumble. But it looks like they might not be, man. They're just going to have them on Raw. We'll see what happens. Get into an next time, I'm like a light.